How are you? I'm your Mr. Professional Hacker, and today our tool is post-exploitation portion, Evil-WinRM. Okay, it's called a ultimate WinRM shell for hacking and pin testing. Actually, this tool used for Windows remote access management. Okay, and I will tell you more about that. These all commands, if you click on it, then it's open directly and you can see all commands here. And please give me just 1 minute. Need to share this link in my group and in my page, then we'll start our uh, next step. So please little wait just. Okay, and everything is done yet after. Okay, now I sharing in my group. You can see everything on my YouTube, and you can learn with me. Okay, I request to all person join to me live and start to learn hacking with me, both in Urdu and English language. Okay, now let's start here. Okay, now here is share in my group, and now I share in my WhatsApp channel. Okay, and now again share. Little wait please, join to me live here and start learn hacking with me. I also teach complete hacking with practical on my this YouTube channel. If anyone interested to learn hacking, can contact me. My all social media accounts available in my description. Okay, now let's start our practical session. Okay, now start. What is Evil-WinRM tool? Okay, now here is clear terminal. Okay, first step is Evil-WinRM is a post-exploitation tool designed to connect Windows machine using Windows Remote Management WinRM service. It serves as a penetration testing tool, providing a secure and efficient way for ethical hackers and security professionals to interact with a compromised system. Understand how does work? Leverage the WinRM protocol. Evil-WinRM uses the WinRM protocol, a Microsoft implementation of the WS management protocol to execute commands and scripts remotely on Windows systems. Number two, authentication. It requires valid credentials, username, password, or NTLM hash to establish a connection. This could be obtained during the earlier phases of our penetration testing. Number three, capabilities. Okay, just wait here. Okay, capabilities: uploads or download files, run scripts remotely, provide interactive shell access to the target. Okay, now purpose of Evil-WinRM: post exploitation. Once a system is compromised, Evil-WinRM allows an attacker to interact with it fully. Can be used to explore the system, execute commands, and gather sensitive data. Number two, privilege escalation. Once a system, helps escalate privilege by running commands to find misconfigurations or credentials for higher level access. Next is lateral movement. Facilitates a movement from one compromised machine to other in the same network by exploiting shared resources or weak credentials. Red team operations commonly used in simulated attacks to mimic adversaries and test the security posture of an organization. Okay, Now let's start our practical session. Okay, because this tool commands is very big. Okay, that's why I will save complete command in my PC. Just copy paste there. Okay, first command is enable SSS for secure communication. By default, Evil-WinRM communicates over HTTP port 5985. The option, this option enables HTTPS port 5986. For example, I will copy this one. This connects securely to the target machine using SSL protocol. Okay. Now type here, for example, I type here this one password. Pakis, wait, hacker 123. Okay, and then again I type here username Mr. Hacker. Okay, you need to know password, then IP address, and then your username. It's very important. Now type here, and these all things I type here dummy and examples just for your understanding, just for your practical. But you need to have your victim detail, then you type here and establish a connection with your victim system. Okay, and these all detail you need that if you want to make a remote connection with your victim system. Okay, now I type here this detail. Okay, now it start working. If you provide to his right detail, then it takes some time and make your connection correctly. If you provide to his wrong detail, then it's not working. Then it's only showed you it's doing working, but in actual it did not work anything in front of you and did not show anything in front of you. If he showed, then it showed you just simple error. Okay, now it's take time, check detail, and after that it showed you result in front of you, because these detail available here I provide to this, it's totally a dummy and wrong. That's why it's not working proper. So I need to cut. Okay, and type here Control Z. Okay, now you see here actually working is continue, and these all things actually uses in all commands. If anything change, then we will change. Okay, now just see next command is specify a custom user agent string for the connection. This is useful for mimicking legitimate clients or avoiding detection. This uses custom user agent instead of the default Microsoft WinRM client. Now we need to type here this one. Okay, just simple thing. We need to change here. Same password. Okay, type here hacker 123, and I told you again. Oh man, I told you again. This is actually a dummy and example, just for your practical. Oh man. Okay, no problem. Here type 192.168.1.100, and then type here, sorry, here I need to type, just wait please, I need to check IP address, then username. Okay, fine, username. Now type here Mr. Hacker -u. Okay, now hit enter. Now see here, establish connection to remote endpoint. Which detail I provide to his, it's make a try to establish connection with this IP address by using this password and this username. If you provide to his right username and password and IP address, then it's done its job. If you provide to his wrong, then it's nothing established connection with your victim machine and did not show anything in front of you. Understand? Okay. And now I will copy here this one command and control Z. Okay. Let's move on next command. And here is 10-minute goes. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's move on. Next command is number 3. Specify the path to a public key certificate. This is used for certificate based authentication instead of username password. Authenticate using public and private key files. Okay, now this command is totally different. I need to type here this one. Okay, and this is actually a private key dot key. It's actually a file. First we need to make this one file. Okay, first we need to check if it's working, then good. If it's not working, it showed error, then we need to make file first, then it's working, and then provide to us our related moral. Okay, now type here, hit enter and check what is say. Validate require field, user is an required option, runtime error. Now here is showed error. Okay, nothing make connection with this IP address and did not show anything in front of us because it showed error. Okay, it did not make connection with that, because which detail I provide to his is all detail are example dummy. Understand? Let's move on our next command. Okay, next command is specify the path to a private key certificate. Works in conjunction with -C for certification based authentication. Understand? It's actually 3 and 4 may be both. Okay, now there is nothing any command available. Okay, let's move on. Next command is specify the domain for Kerberos authentication. Requires proper configuration in etc Kerberos configuration. Here is contoso.com is the Kerberos domain. Now type here again one thing, hit enter. Okay, and here I type username Mr. Hacker. Okay, now I type here IP address, target IP address. You need to have your victim machine IP address must. If you don't have, then you nothing do work with this tool. First you need to have a complete and right detail, then you can use this tool and establish connection with your victim machine. Hit enter. Now just need to wait here. What is say? An error of type GSSAPI. Actually it showed error because I provide to his wrong IP address, provide to his wrong username. Understand? When I provide to his wrong detail, then it's not working right. It showed error in front of us. So first step is you need to have a right and correct information for that if you want result. Okay, actually this tool used for if you want to hack someone PC, if you want to control someone PC remotely by using this tool, then you need to have password, username and IP address. Okay, if you only have IP address, then you also can make connection with someone, your victim machine and your PC. Okay, let's move on. Next command is number 6, specify the local path of PowerShell script. This allows you to load and run PowerShell scripts directly. PowerShell scripts in part 2 scripts will be available in the Evil-WinRM session. Here you type this one. Again, it says type password. We need to type here passwords. Mr. Hackerman. Okay, then type here username Hackerman, and then type here IP address 192.168.1.100. Hit enter. Now what is a path to scripts used for scripts was not found, because here is this directory is not exists. That's mean this directory is not available in my PC. First we need to check this directory. If available, then it's working, and then it showed you scripts. If not available, then first you need to find this directory, and if available, then you see where it's available. Path, correct path. We need to find correct path. If not available, then we need to make. And this process is different. Okay, I will tell you in other lectures when we complete all course lectures. Okay, let's move on next command. Here is we need to move on next command. Number 7, specify the SPN prefix for Kerberos authentication. Default is HTTP. Again, here we need to type same and type this one. Now I need to just conclude our lecture. Mr. Hacker, and then type here IP address 192.168.1.100. Hit enter. Okay. Now what is it? Enter password. What password? I type here, for example, hacker. Hit enter. Now what is it? WinRM shell 3.7 and may establish a connection with your victim machine. But we don't have any victim, we don't have any right information, that's why it's not working. Okay, let's move on our next command and need to conclude our lecture. You have a lot of time. You need to do practical on your system. Okay, now type in next command is specify the local path to C execution. Allows easy access to C. Tools like Sharp-Hound or Seatbelt. You can run executable stores and path to executables, but if this directory available in my PC, then it show result in front of us. If not available, then we need to find right path, and also we need to make this one directory. Okay, I type here Mr. Hacker man, same, and then type here Mr. Hacker. Okay, and then type here same IP address 192.168.1.100. Hit enter, and again it's all used for executables were not found. This means this directory is also not found, but if it's available, then we don't know about a right path. That's why it's nothing showed in front of us. But more time, if like that it showed like that result, it's mean directory is not available. Okay, so we need to copy this one, this thing, because this thing is very important. Okay, let's move on next command number 9, specify the IP addresses or host name of the target. Okay, now type here this one command simple, okay, and check it's correct. Sorry, check username, password. Okay, everything is fine. Now hit enter. Sorry, here is actually username, password, username and password, username and password. Okay, now hit enter and check. Okay, now you see it's establish connection with your target system, with your target machine. Now we need to move on our next command. Okay, number 10, specify the URL endpoint for the remote connection. Okay, if you want this one thing, then you type this one complete thing, and next you type this thing -u and custom endpoint. Okay, and hit enter. Now hit enter. Now see here result. What result? Specify the URL endpoint for the remote connection. Actually make a remote connection with your targeted machine according to provided your detail. Okay, okay. Let's move on next command. Just type here because it's used in all commands. Okay. Number 11, specify the username for authentication. Okay, if you have username, for example, I have this one detail here and don't have target IP address, but we have password and admin username detail. First, we need to get IP address correct. If IP address is correct and other detail is also correct, then it's establish your connection with your victim machine, and then you got access, and then you got sensitive data, then you steal sensitive information from your victim machine by remotely, and he did not know anything who person stole my sensitive detail. Okay, understand. Now let's move on. Next step is specify the password for authentication. Okay, now here is just authentication. Let's type here simple 192.168.1.100. Hit enter. Okay, establish connection. Just copy and paste. Okay, next command is specify the NTLM hash for authentication. This allows pass the hash attacks. Okay, understand. Just you need to type this one command because I have more commands. That's why I need to conclude our lecture, because I don't want my lecture is more than, okay, 192.168.1.100. Hit enter. Sorry. Okay, now you see result, it start working. Okay, let's move on. Next command is number 14, specify the target port. Default is 5985 HTTP, use 5986 for HTTPS. Now type this one command here and type here IP address 192.168.1.100. Hit enter. Okay, now here is start working, and want to establish connection. Display the current version of Evil-WinRM. If you want to see current version of Evil-WinRM tool, then you can type this one command and show you in front of you current version. Okay, disable colorized output, useful for logging or when working in environments with limited color support. Okay, then you can use this one command if you want, because it's not important. but if you want, then you can use this. This actually just time wasting. Understand? Okay, 1 and 2 dot 168.1.100. Okay, and after that you can type this one command, hit enter, and you get result. Okay, let's move to our last command. Disable remote path completion, improves performance when path auto completion is not needed. Okay, then you type this one command. Okay, just you need to type your target IP address and other detail, 192.168.1.100, hit enter. Okay, now it's what is a remote path completion is disabled. When your working is done, and after done your working, you can stop your working directly. Okay, let's move on. Next command is enable session logging, creates a log file of the current session. If you want to create a log file of current session, then you can use this one command with target IP address and other detail, 192.168.1.100. Sorry, 100. Hit enter. Okay, then it's create a log. Okay, let's move on. Next and last command. Here is a complete command utilized multiple options. This connects to a remote host over HTTPS. User port 5986 specifies paths for PowerShell scripts and executables and logs the session. Okay, then you type this one command. It is complete. Okay, everything complete here. Hit enter. And what is a user script was not found because this script and this directory is not available here. That's why it's not working correctly. Okay, and our today lecture is almost done here. Just little wait. And with that, today's lecture comes to an end. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the video. Press the bell icon and subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in learning hacking, I am offering